Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Art of Awesomeness podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Kiswani, accompanied today by our also host, Christian Caito. Welcome, Christian.
Hey guys.
This is episode 68, and Christian and I, as of this episode, are officially adopted by Mr. Campos, who was in our previous episode. Thank you, Mr. Campos, for showing up. This episode, interesting episode because we don't really have a topic going in. We're just going to freestyle and basically have a conversation. And this is just going to be a window into legitimately just what Christian and I have been talking about for the last hour or something. We're just continuing our conversation.
We're just going to keep it chill, you know?
We're going to keep it natural. We're going to keep it chill, like Christian said. And, hopefully this is our conversations are entertaining or helpful enough to so that you guys can get something out of it. But before we get into our conversation, we of course do have the first order of business. So happy National Handwriting Day and happy National Pie Day. So if you have good handwriting like Mr. Campos,
that's right.
Good on you.
That's right.
And then if you like pie, that's another thing. He has good handwriting.
Yeah, he does, huh?
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's like clean.
Mystery Boys Inc.
Mystery Boys, dude.
Christian has been formally adopted into the Campos. Not even Campos, it's just into the Campos.
Campos is, see?
Is that what it means
Campos.
when it's like that?
Yeah.
By Mr. Campos. Why'd you say Mr. Campos? Why not his full name? So it's official.
I might have forgotten that.
It's alright. It's cool,
regardless, we're adopted. If you guys watched the previous episode, you know that we got adopted.
You already know.
By MC Campos himself.
You already know.
And we're very happy. We're his sons now, dude.
We've always been his sons.
Yeah, but like in writing.
Yeah.
That feels, because the last time we tried to give him something in writing, he kind of, Mr. Campos, silly boy. He's a silly boy.
You know what, Adrian? I think we're doing pretty good.
I think so too. Basically, for this episode, what Christian and I were trying to do was we were trying to contact anybody who might be willing to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
We reached out to more than a few people.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
And no one reached out.
No one wanted to be on.
No one wanted. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like 10 o'clock at night.
We reached out to some people. We know that they got stuff going on. But
yeah.
Tucker, you let us down, bro.
No, don't worry, Tucker. You didn't let us down. Tucker never lets us down.
You let me down.
Yeah, well, maybe you let him down. But yeah. But I guess shout out. You really just called him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
I got him Boba. Forget that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I guess that anyone who wants to be on this podcast, because this is the beginning of the episode, to anyone who'd like to be on, again, we do have a guest list. I think we brought that up a few times. And obviously, we just hit a big one off the guest list. We got MC Campos on here.
Campos.
We got a full hour-length episode with him. So, I mean, that's a win in my book.
That is one, yeah.
So, and whenever we get the chance, I think that having Feinstein and Lloyd would be the next logical step as far as, like, teachers and stuff go.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond that, obviously, we got, the regulars like, Nick, Lucas, Tucker, that kind of a thing. But, I think it'd be really cool to have Tucker Hudson back on. I think at some point, maybe during this season, I would really like it to be this season, considering everything that's happening. I don't know if we're going to get there. But having Sophie on the podcast at some point would definitely be a cool
when you come
step
down.
That I could probably bring some of this stuff, huh?
Dude, and then we have... Yeah, why don't you?
Right? Because if you have your MacBook and I have the mics, I don't see a reason... Yeah, we could make that happen.
Dude, shake and bake.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I have like a migraine.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
it's late.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So tonight's topic is Adrian.
Okay.
My best friend, Adrian.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not holding it.
No, I'm not trying to hold your hand.
What are you trying to do?
Can you just do that? Wow.
Okay.
Soft. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. It's Adrian.
We just got finished recording the episode with Campos, so we're like high off of just becoming his sons. We've just been talking about that for the past hour.
Adrian, my favorite talks with Adrian, this is going to be a special episode. My favorite kind of talks with Adrian are just the ones that we have after we record an episode.
That's so true. That is so sad, but so true.
Or before one, like we were just talking about SpiderMan and Ned, who we would bring back from the
just
dead.
Alternate universe stuff. Yeah, no, I agree. We oftentimes I find, and anyone who like makes videos and stuff like that for YouTube probably knows this too. A lot of the gold that you capture that you're like, oh, that would have been so good.
Camera.
Like Christian and I just finished talking for about an hour, which is a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now we're actually recording the podcast, and we still obviously have stuff to say, but it's just weird that we spent all that time like talking, like having great conversation about like school and college and stuff like that, and just like kind of I guess where we are and stuff. But
Adrian, no, not saying that. And not all of them are not, and that any of them are bad, but just some of them are just different tones, Like, we were talking about college. You gave me a life hack about
I did
showers.
Give you a life
So
hack.
when I move into the dorm,
Christian was, I guess, well, I mean, fair enough. Kind of grossed out to like share a restroom with a bunch of dudes.
I'm nervous, but then you gave me a solution that had a solution also, which was you told me because it's going to be so basically it's from what I know, what I toured, it was what is a room and it's two men or women, but for us because you can't mix for I guess reasons, but there's a guy
Just reasons.
And then in the middle and there's a room and here's a room in the middle there's a bathroom connecting them. In one room it's you and another person. The bathroom it's pretty small from what I remember unless it's something different, and then the other room it's just the guy and the guy or girl bathroom girl or I don't know depending. And I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know, I have a fear that I don't want to be that roommate that takes up too much. I don't like to feel rushed when I do my
fair enough.
I mean, not like it's long or anything, but I don't feel like
just pampering yourself for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like...
Whoa. Oh yeah. One more shout. Yeah. Just getting a massaging myself. My toes. But just knowing that I'm holding someone up. I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
That.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So, but Adrian gave me a solution. Do you want me to say it or do you want to say it? You say it because you said it eloquently.
Right. Yeah, you kind of learn sometimes being rushed in a household with like siblings, You hear someone like, "Are you in there?" Yeah. Yeah.
Like right when you close the door.
Yeah. Well, basically the solution, and I think this solution, I don't want to say that it originated from me because I think the first time I heard it was from my dad because he was giving me some advice, and he basically was just saying, if you don't want to, you don't even really have to use the kind of shared shower or bathroom that you use for, when you're with your roommates and stuff like that in your dorm or wherever you're staying, because at least the campuses that Christian and I were both looking at, and I assumed Christian's as well, was it had a gym, right? And the gyms typically have showers and stalls and stuff like that for you to just kind of for sure. Yeah. Just to kind of freshen up after you work out, obviously, right? But what he was basically saying is that, you can just shower in those because those are upkept and those are cleaned and stuff like that, by maintenance and so on and so forth. And it might just be, better to go and shower and take care of yourself out there. And what I was telling Christian is that it's because I was asking him, if you have a gym at your school, are you planning to work out? And Christian was like, oh yeah, for sure. I want to take advantage of that. And I was like, well, that's a perfect kind of combo. It's a perfect incentive, to go to the gym, right? 2 birds, 1 stone. You go to the gym, you have the opportunity to work out, whatever you want to do. Obviously, after you work out, you want to shower. And so then you can just shower at the gym, and then you don't have to, have that kind of, I guess, anxiety or pressure that you were feeling, and it makes sense too.
It does. It
makes perfect sense.
Jeez, I don't know why that just, even right now, I'm still thinking of it like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It's funny, the things like as a guy you think are cool, like, dude, I can shower at the gym now. I don't have to shower at some
because I never took a shower in high school.
Me neither.
I mean, I never
we never showered in high school.
In the gym in high school. For 4 years I didn't shower.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that one time we I think you and I and like another kid went in there to check it out. Like when we were freshmen, we were like, what is in this room that's like all, because it kind of looked cool.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I just looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I remember in high school there was never like time to shower.
Yeah.
Like you're not,
You don't. Yeah,
like
it's
after
very-
PE you're going to English or something, like, you know, because remember we had it first period.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
So like
was there-
after you got all like sweaty for PE, it's like time to write, you know.
So for me, it was chemistry for 1 year.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
For me it was English. I'm pretty sure.
And you always knew who had who went to the PE because they smell or they sweat. They sweated.
They sweated. They swatted.
Swatted. Okay.
They excremented. I don't know.
What's your favorite thing ever?
Write it down in the comments.
What's your favorite thing ever, Adrian? What's one of your favorite things that you think is
One of
cool?
my favorite things.
That you think is cool or just like wow.
Oh, there's a lot of things, man. That's a good. How is that a good question? How is that? Shouldn't be
Just
as
one
good
of
a
those
question
things
as
that
it
you
is.
think are wow, that's really cool, or that's my favorite. Come on.
Yeah, one thing that I think is cool is like just seeing old different like civilizations and stuff, and like how they like built empires and stuff like that, and how they sustained civilizations and stuff, how they fed people, how they had their infrastructure, you know, how they got water to people, how they built things, how especially like ancient warfare. Like I really like ancient warfare. I think it's super cool the way that they were able to be so innovative with not only their weapons but also their counters for weapons, their maneuvering, their tactics, and their philosophies and stuff. I think that ancient kind of, especially conquering warfare, empire, rise and fall stuff is like cool. That's pretty, like when I think about it, I'm just like, wow, you know. Like,
that's cool, right?
Yeah,
that's good. You're
really
always
cool.
like the history kind, but also
yeah. I
more
mean,
than
look at that poster right there. Welcome to Sparta, dude. Welcome to Sparta.
Yeah, that kind
Got
of
King
history.
Leonidas watching over us
That's
right
him.
now.
That's Leonidas.
Yeah, well, you know, Gerald Butler or whatever his name is played.
yeah,
him. Yeah, King Leonidas from 300.
Wow. So weaponry and history.
Weaponry and history, and like modern weapons too. I love, but
that's cool, man.
I like seeing how I like seeing how we got to where we are now. You know, so it's like it's cool to see like the atlatls and stuff like that, and
interesting. So Adrian,
yeah,
if you could go back to any time period ever,
frick, gosh dang it.
wow, I'm just gonna see if I can ask as many good questions as possible.
Yeah, well, it's easy because you just have to like appeal to my inner nerd, and it'll just, you know.
Oh, so would you go back to like Sparta?
Would I go back to Sparta?
As you are right now, as a 19-year-old man.
Dude, I'd probably get destroyed.
So where would you want to go? 80s?
No,
Ooh.
God, no, not the 80s.
What?
Hell no. 80s? If you can go back any time in history, that's it?
If I could go late, my
What,
answer
4
used to
decades? That's all?
My answer used to be the 80s, but now I'm thinking 90s.
Wow.
Dude, every 90s
10
was
years
so
before
cool.
you were born, you're like, dude, I gotta check it out.
I mean, I don't see anything because all the cool stuff was still there, you know. And okay, maybe
I mean,
the 50s.
I think it would be cool to see the 90s for sure, right? Like, I'm not saying it's not cool or like it's not interesting.
Okay. When you say
I'm
like
just saying
that,
if it was any time, like
Okay,
you can go
50s.
back all the way.
I would go back to the 50s or like when that was like when the diners and stuff were right, like the 50s.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
like American Graffiti,
Yes.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
I think his life was a little bit easier and more simple. I guess. I mean, in
Yeah.
a way, it didn't seem as much of a struggle, and there weren't as many distractions as there.
Yeah,
are
I would
now.
say it was definitely a struggle, but maybe life was a bit more streamlined. Like maybe it was a bit easier like you said, less easy to get distracted by like all the things today.
Yeah.
Like you could be a bit
TikTok.
more purpose oriented. Yeah.
Correct.
Or in
Yeah.
his week. Yeah. Yeah, for
So
sure.
50s or 80s?
50s or 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that it would be really cool to go back into the times of like what you call it, like really far back. Like whenever I'm reading Genesis and stuff like that, and I'm reading like,
Oh my god.
I'm not joking, like Tubal
Literally,
Cain,
oh my god.
yeah, like Tubal Cain and Jubal and like the people, like I think Tubal Cain was the first person biblically who ever started like working with metals and iron, and like he actually was the first person to like utilize brass and make like metal things.
Wow.
And then there was another one who made, I think it might have been Jubel or Jabel, who made, who was the first person to make like instruments and like things of that. Like he was the first person
so
to
you
make.
want to go back to the beginning?
Yeah, well, like, you know, when people were living to be like 900 years old, 800 years old, like I think, like, because imagine what you can acquire in 200 years of life. If you lived almost 1,000 years, like what would you know by the end of that 1,000 years, you know? Like that's wild to even just think about living that long and being able to accumulate knowledge over that amount of time.
Who's the longest? How long is the longest old?
Don't know. Adam lived 900 some years before he died. I know that much. I was reading Genesis like last night.
And was a baby.
What's that?
So he's basically what does a 900-year-old man look like?
Yeah, I know. Well, from what I understand, you know, humans like
their bodies are still like.
Well, like humans, at least in the beginning when God first made them, must have been basically pristine humans, because DNA it just loses information over time. Right? All the genetic variability that we see nowadays must have resided within Adam's seed. So he must have been he was basically the peak human, and everything under him is basically slightly downgrading every single time, not by a huge scale, because humans are still humans.
Yeah.
But from a biblical perspective, if that's what that's what I believe anyways, you know, you lose genetic information over time, meaning, you know, you lose some of the maybe robustness, you lose maybe some of the years, and or maybe you're more susceptible. So like just seeing like peak humans, in the sense like they were just made, like they're new,
like
they're
fresh
like
out of the oven. Yeah,
but like just seeing like how they would see the world, you know, like think about like there's no one before them. They're literally like the first.
The first, huh?
Like imagine how you would see things if you know that you're the first. You know what I'm saying? Like it must be just kind of a weird kind of mindset. And so I always thought seeing people who have that kind of a view, like how they would even live and think and do things, like that must be completely foreign, like perspective. And I could never wrap my head around that. But
so Adam and Eve,
kind of around that time, maybe a little bit before the flood, like
a
little bit before the flood, you know? Yeah, before the flood, maybe. Or like the Tower of Babel, where like God separated, you know, obviously like dispersed the people by their language, you know.
No, that's what made him like no.
Yeah, but
okay.
I mean, I think I just want to see how like they would. You know,
a lot of cool stuff in that time period, huh?
But yeah, but I guess we'll talk about more random stuff when we get back from this quick intermission.
The Witcher isn't just about the important special people in the world, it's about everyone else as well. When you look at how real people deal with difficult situations, it's with humor. And we play into that as much as we can.
Do not attach any association of this to me whatsoever. I have nothing to do with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. This is so disrespectful.
And Henry, what was like...
Well, we're back from the intermission. Oh. I don't even know what you said.
I feel much better. Man, my Crocs are cold.
I can't believe we're in a garage right now, if you couldn't tell. And it's about 11 o'clock at night, January.
Sorry.
And Christian didn't think to bring socks or proper shoes. He came in Crocs.
Yeah.
And so he's barefoot right now, I think, trying to warm his feet, kind of sitting cross-legged.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is it effective?
It is. I mean, it's covering, you know, this area in your armpits are like the warmest in the body. So.
True. I mean, yeah, smart.
So, Adrian.
Yeah.
I have another question.
All right. I feel like this is like an interview.
This is the job interview.
This is the job interview?
Actually, okay. I want to run something by you. Something I was thinking about the other day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Another segment of tonight's episode.
Or Christian and Adrian just talk normally.
Do you have your red phone still?
I do.
You do?
I do. I was going through my things and I saw it yesterday. It was underneath my bed.
It was. Okay. I just wondered if you had it because I remember when we did those therapy sessions, we practiced those telephone therapy sessions.
Yeah, in the car. I remember.
I wanted to try that one more time.
Yeah.
Both ways. So, do you want to be the person in crisis or me? You for I'll give you problems and you have to help.
Okay.
Me. Ready?
Sure thing. Yeah.
All right. Wait, the phone's. You have to...
Oh, I actually have a phone. Yeah. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Oh, this is a hotline. Okay, it's actually not that good.
Well, I figured you kind of called this hotline, so
Yeah. Well, I've been
Yikes.
feeling. Yeah, I've been feeling kind of down lately, and. Jeez, I've been in a rut and I don't know what to do. My life just isn't fun anymore.
Oh, okay.
What do I do?
Well, what are you doing day to day?
Watch movies, go on walks. The usual.
That's it?
I eat too.
Well, I'd hope so.
Well, it's just depressing, I just feel like I can't enjoy my life anymore.
When did this depression start?
A few weeks ago.
Okay, well, would you think that you could kind of pinpoint any kind of an event in your life that happened in that same time period that might have correlated to your depression?
Nope.
Not a single thing.
No.
What were you doing then?
I don't really remember. Time's kind of relative for me. I don't really pay attention.
Okay. That's probably one of the reasons why you're depressed. You have no concept of time. Okay. That's noted.
Well, I guess it's the holiday season. I get a little lonely.
Well, it's January, so no, it's not. You're single, so you should feel lonely.
I think Valentine's Day is coming up, I guess, and I just also too. I'm kind of alone, so.
Well, you've been alone for the past 2 years, so that's fine.
You're supposed to be.
I'm trying to give you realistic, pragmatic advice. You just need to shut up and listen.
Okay, what should I do? I'm ready to listen.
Okay.
I am ready. Just say it, and I'm ready to listen.
Okay.
Right now. Ready?
What
Okay.
makes you
I'm ready to listen.
fulfilled?
Huh?
Okay. We're going to try that again.
What?
Huh?
Filled?
You're breaking up.
Fulfilled?
Sorry.
I guess what makes me fulfilled. Hey! Hey, what the heck?
Oh, sorry. It must have lost the connection there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fulfilled.
This is really bothersome.
Yeah, I know. Tell me, but in my head, it's just like, so bothersome.
Wow.
But I guess what makes me fulfilled is, well, I love knitting.
Wow. That's lame. Do you think there's
Knitting
anything cooler?
socks.
Because you're not wearing any socks and your feet are cold, so you're consciously thinking about socks?
You know what? I guess I've always had this. The last time I really felt fulfilled was when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
And I rolled around in the dirt.
You are literally 20 years old, and the last time you felt fulfilled was 11 years ago? Well, how have you not yet committed suicide? I am shocked.
Well, I really just wanted to come for advice. You're supposed to help me out. This is not helping me.
Well, I mean, I think it's about time you did know that this is Mountain Mike's Pizza Line. So, unless you have an order, I recommend you get off the line before I end the call.
I just wanted to say one more thing.
Sure thing. Go ahead. Is it your order? Pepperoni? Cheese?
Yeah, just cheese. But also on top of that, it just feels really nice to have a listening ear. Man, I remember when my dad used to take me out to Mountain Mike's, and oh man, I could go on and on about the memories that I made there. But
did he ever leave you there?
Huh?
What? Nothing.
I guess you could say Mountain Mike's is like a home of mine. That's why I like to check in here and there.
Okay, that's cool. So you're gonna order anything, or like what's going on?
Large cheese, but I also just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's gonna be about $13.50.
All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, I just thank you again. What's your name?
Mountain Mike.
Thank you, Mountain Mike.
You're welcome.
Look, I know that we don't really talk that much, but I was just wondering if maybe we can go bowling sometime. I want a friend to talk to and hang out with, and you seem like a nice guy. Mountain. Hello?
Beep.
All right. Oh, I'm on hold. Yeah, I'll wait.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, good job, Adrian.
Thanks.
I have some notes, but okay.
Swiss alpine herbs wrapped in delicious berries.
I love Ricola. My
That
grandma
was-
uses it.
Dude, Purdue University, let's go.
Wait, my turn. Ready? Hello?
This is what you hear on the other side.
Hello?
Hello? Sorry, I'm at a wedding.
How can I help you tonight?
Oh, I feel stuck at this wedding. I feel so alone.
Oh.
There's like big giant Arab men all around me and I don't know what to do.
Well, maybe...
And they're dancing like crazy.
Well, maybe you can go outside and we can talk where it's a bit quieter.
Sorry, I'm getting pulled into the circle.
Alright, hey.
Yeah, they're not letting me go.
Alright. Well,
I'm actually here against my will.
alright, well maybe I can call you back later.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Hello? Oh wait, you have to call... Wait, why am I calling you? You have to call me.
Oh,
On
yeah.
the hotline.
Hello?
Oh, ding. You have to make the sound.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi, this is,
Hi.
Hi, oh, hi.
Welcome to
Wow,
Christian's
you're really
Mental
bubbly.
Health Hotline. How may I help you today?
Yeah,
How may I be your friend today?
okay, well, let's take it easy there.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about some things that I've been experiencing in my life. Some
Yeah,
uncertainty and doubt.
Oh, man, I totally understand.
Okay, so, if I'm experiencing some uncertainty and doubt in my life, what are some steps that I can take to
Okay.
get into a better place?
Right. Well, could you maybe elaborate more on what areas of your life you're feeling uncertain?
Yeah, just my job, I'm feeling kind of unfulfilled in my job, it's not feeling like the greatest work environment. Feel like I could probably, work at some better, more fulfilling place later down the line, but right now I kind of need to stay at this job just for financial security. So in the meantime, while I stick it out at this job, what do you think I should do to kind of help pass the time more meaningfully?
Well, you sound like a cool guy. If this is a job, something that you really want to stick it through, and you have a bit left in you to keep going until how long are you going to stay at this job?
About 10 years.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, how bad?
And I'm also 89, so I don't got that much time left, brother.
All right. Well, may I suggest a retirement plan so you can still enjoy your life without?
Oh, but I can't retire.
Oh.
It's actually slave labor. I'm forced.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm actually calling on the manager's phone right now. This is really illegal. If they catch me, they'll kill me.
Oh,
So
well, maybe.
this is kind of high stakes if you really think about it. But try not to think about it too much. No, you're probably a nice person, but
Well, okay. May I get your name?
2938. They just give us
Oh.
numbers here, and they just kind of assign them at birth. And I've never really been given a name, so I don't really know what that's like. But it's a name for me.
2938.
They get it mixed up all the time. It could be anything at this point. It could be 69420 for all I know. But it's probably something a bit less cool.
Well, I think I'm just gonna call you Terrence.
All right. Well, Terrence is quite a name. I'll take it.
Yeah. So Terrence, look, I don't really know any. Where are you at?
Yeah, that's a great question. I haven't known since I was about 9, so I'm gonna just have to get back to you on that one.
Maybe I can meet you, Terrence.
Yeah, that'd be great. Where are you exactly?
I am in New York City.
Wow, that is really far away. That is not happening.
Oh,
No
perfect.
chance.
If you say it's very far away, you must have a location in mind of where you are to compare how far away it is. So where are you?
Yeah, well, there's a sun, and it rises every now and then, but the sun is like. There's like 30 of them, and they're all white, and they're on the ceiling. And
listen.
the sky is like gray, and it's also hard, like it's a ceiling. I think. I don't even think I've ever seen the sky. I think I'm just in a giant warehouse.
I'm gonna call the police. Don't.
All right, that's fine.
But I don't think slave labor is like legal. So just ping me your location. But I'm gonna put you in touch with the police, okay? Because I don't think I can help you anymore.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. But
All right.
yeah, bye.
Whoa!
Yeah, Terrence is dead. I'm sorry. I thought it was better just to end his hypothetical existence instead of prolonging
okay, last one, speed one. Ready? I call
Speed
you.
one. Oh shoot! All right.
Last one.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, hi. Is which hotline is this?
No.
Hello.
Yes.
Which hotline is it?
No.
No, what?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so which hotline is it?
Mm.
Is this the need
What?
a friend hotline?
Hello.
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 This is like what calling the DMV is like. Hello. Are you there? Okay, we're gonna call you back.
Oh.
All right. Hello. Are you there? Yeah, we've been calling you 25 times in the past 30 seconds. Why aren't you picking up?
Hey, well, actually, is this? I've been trying to call the I need a friend hotline because I just.
Okay, this is the DMV, my friend. What the hell do you need on your car?
Okay, my car. Well, that's good.
Okay, actually, that doesn't matter. I'm actually a licensed psychiatrist. What do you need help with, sir?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that was just a test to see if you were one of the real ones. Because we got a lot of fake ones nowadays, and they're kind of scary.
Oh, I'm kind of confused as to.
Oh, shh. Don't talk too loud. They'll hear you.
So, yeah, I was just wondering, I'm kind of lonely, and I just, hey, what's your name, man?
Yeah, anyways, so what's your name?
Well, it's Chris.
Great. Okay, that's all I need to know, Chris. How are you doing?
Good. I was just wondering.
Okay, if you're doing good, why are you calling a hotline?
Well, I could have been better, man.
Okay,
Honestly,
wow.
I need a friend. You want to go bowling?
Dude, why is every conversation with you about bowling? Do you think about anything else?
Want to go to Chick-fil-A?
No.
Oh my god. Well, listen. I was just wondering, how can I be better with people? Like when it comes to talking with people and making friends. There's a group of friends in my park nearby that I just really want to connect with, but I don't have the courage to ask them if they want to hang out.
Walk up to one of them, punch him in the face, see what happens next, and if you wake up in jail, you got friends for life.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, well, I guess spend the rest of your life alone then, because you're never going to get friends with that attitude.
All right, but I can't punch them.
Why not?
Because they're kids.
Oh, wait, why are you trying to make friends with kids? Are you a pedophile or something?
No.
Should I report you? All right, I'm reporting you to the
actually
police.
6
You're
years
about
old.
to get
I have a
incarcerated.
medical condition.
I'm
that
sorry,
makes me
can you
so-
say that like 30 times slower?
I'm 6 years old. I have a medical condition.
Okay, why
that
do you
lowers-
sound about 17?
Oh, well, either way, it just makes my voice sound older, right?
Oh, okay.
But I just really want to make friends. I think
You got
it'd
like
be
a
really-
vocal Michael Jackson effect or something?
What's a Michael Jackson?
What? I don't even know. Let's just calm down and not get into the nitty gritty of it. Why are you calling today? Oh, right. You want to make friends. All right. Go down to Sesame Street and call somebody in the middle of the road and see who comes. And then whoever comes over to you will be your friend.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's it. It's literally the walk up to someone and grab them and say, "What's a good homie?" And then they're your homie. That's good.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Does literally hang up. Stop talking. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay. Well, thank you.
End the freaking call, my dude.
I just wanted to say thank you again.
Yeah,
for the
that's
opportunity.
fine. That's fine.
You know, my mom.
Listen, I'm
actually
about to
really
walk out
encouraged
on my
me-
job. I am tired of this awful job. I'm about to leave right
Tell
now.
me about it, man. I work for an accounting company.
Wow,
I know.
that's
wanna
so
go bowling
uninteresting. That is just. No wonder you want to go bowling. You work in accounting?
Yes, sir. Accounting for the accounting.
You have the most meaningless existence I have ever heard
You
of.
know, I was thinking about that too. And it's crazy how, there's so many things on TV that tell me that my existence is meaningless. It's so
Wow.
good to talk to a real friend for a change.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you think so.
So, I was just wondering, you want to go bowling sometime?
Yeah, where do you live?
Oh, well, that's kind of tough. I'm bouncing around between my mom's house, my dad's house, my aunt's, because my parents are kind of split up, so.
Oh, they're divorced.
No.
Got it. Well, I guess this means that you get 2 Christmases, I'm assuming, yes?
I'm not. I was
Well,
Christmas.
then that means that you get 1.5, and that is good enough. You will be thankful for what you have, or you will die.
All right, well,
Yep.
hey, listen, Joe, it's been really cool, getting
Yep,
to
that's
talk
my
to-
name.
All right, yeah. So
Rogan, actually, Joe Rogan.
So do you want to hang out sometime?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was just wondering, my daughter is having a
Yeah,
kid
for sure. You're 6 years old. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah,
No, I don't.
So anyway,
Yeah, sure thing. We'll just move past that. That's fine.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, cool. Yeah, we used to do that almost every single day after school in the car, waiting to go home.
Well, anyway.
Like for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Next portion of the show.
Yeah, moving on
Adrian.
from that. Yeah.
Time for this or that.
This or that?
Would you rather
Oh boy, here we go.
jump off a train
All right.
or jump off the Empire State Building?
Train.
It's moving
Yeah.
1,000,000 miles per hour.
You'll be moving about that speed, jumping off the Empire State toward the ground.
10 billion miles an hour.
What train are you hopping on?
Would you rather get eaten by an alligator?
Yeah.
Or kick a cat?
Kick a cat.
No, but it's under an umbrella. That's bad luck.
That's fine.
But the cat's name is Jared.
I'll kick a cat named Jared. That's fine.
It's black.
Okay. Let's
Would
not get
you
race
rather-
involved. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but black cats are bad luck.
Are there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like when they cross your path. Would you rather get hit by a tank or jump off a hot air balloon on the ground, blown up?
That was a great question, Christian. I'm so glad you asked me that. Probably balloon, hot air balloon.
Would you rather drink hot water
Yeah.
or frozen gasoline?
Hot water. Because
Would you-
gasoline would probably kill you.
Would you rather record a podcast
Yeah.
or jump off the Empire State Building?
Empire State Building, 100%.
All right. If you had to go against Godzilla or King Kong by yourself,
That's a really good question, actually.
which one? You just had to walk up and try to kill it with your bare hands.
Okay. Shoot. Dude, King Kong would mess you up, man. I feel like Godzilla wouldn't even know you're there.
Would you rather...
Yeah.
Okay, what would you do if you were in... Actually, that part of the show's done.
Okay, that's
So you
dumb.
would choose Godzilla?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so this is the next portion of tonight's topic. What would you do? All right, scenario.
All right.
You're in Willy Wonka's factory,
Oh, shoot.
and you are there, but you get lost from you break away from the group that's walking. What would you do? And you're in the main forest of all the stuff.
I would probably look around for a while and then look for the group.
Come on,
That's it.
do something cool.
Because I'll
Alright.
die
But
otherwise.
then an Oompa Loompa comes up to you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What's up with you in like gang affiliation?
What do you do? He comes up. Oompa, oompa, doompa dee da. You are man in Hushiaka.
I would just walk away. I would just be like,
And he
wow.
walks right in front of you. He cuts you off. He's like, "Don't you walk away again, or else you'll get spanking from Den." Den is a name of an Oompa Loompa, and so is.
I feel like there's only one thing to do in that situation. Just let it happen.
All right, so what do? He's just giving you a warning. Don't
Well,
walk away.
Oompa Loompas are really small, right?
Yeah. So
Just take them out, dude. Assassinate them. Destroy them. I mean, just with all the wrath in the world, just
You can't.
pour on them.
don't kill us. Please don't kill us. You are chosen to not.
No, I'd probably like just drown them. Like in chocolate, like I just.
You can't do that.
Why?
It's PG.
Not in my movie.
So if you could rewrite Willy Wonka, how would you rewrite it?
Dude, I would make it like the kids are like special ops and they just go in there and just murder everyone. No, if I had to remake Willy Wonka, when the kids like who eat all the candy that makes them go crazy and stuff,
Well, they don't go crazy. They just.
you know what I'm saying. They go all like blue and die and whatever.
Wait, they don't die.
Well, you know, that one fat kid, I don't know what his fate was. He just, I swear, if he was in a tube and like that, I feel like he just died. But other than that, I feel like at the end of the movie, there should be like a thing where they're just not allowed to eat candy ever again. They just become like staunch like health experts, and they're just like, no, not never again.
So you would keep everything else the same?
Yeah.
You wouldn't change anything about Oompa Loompas or the golden
Well, the
tickets?
Oompa Loompas I would probably just take out.
Okay, but if you had to rewrite the entire script for Willy Wonka.
Just lay out the whole script of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, like or like the general plot.
Well, I would keep the main plot, I guess, with Charlie the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then, yeah, his whole thing with was it grandpa, great-grandpa?
Yeah,
Whatever?
it's Grandpa.
And like Willy Wonka, I would keep all that whole story this relatively the same. But I guess with like one little twist where instead of a factory, it's like a country.
Oh, okay.
And they basically have to destabilize it and then reinstitute a new government. And in order to do so, they have to genocide the Oompa Loompas. But like the way that you genocide them has to be really candy specific and really PG.
How do you kill something in a PG?
Well, I guess you could just make them like turn into
No.
candy and then eat them.
I would change it where it was like towards the end. Wonka made everybody eat his candy, and they're all turning into zombies.
Ooh, that's good. And then the Oompa Loompas have to like take them out.
Yes,
Like
so that's
Assassin's
the thing.
Creed stuff.
That's the
Everything in
thing.
mine end up with killing.
Oompa, like some of the Oompas, they're like, yo, this guy's wild, man. We gotta fight back.
Gotta
And
take them out.
So at the end, they're fighting. They agree with Charlie, and Willy Wonka kills his grandpa, and then he starts to kill Charlie too. But all of a sudden, Charlie he blocks his attack and uppercuts him
Ooh,
like 20 feet up in the air, and he falls down. And
dang.
he starts turning orange, and he finds out he's half Oompa Loompa. And he's got
All you had to do was punch him.
He's got the movie's gonna be called Oomp.
I would have like a
And then he,
crossover where like
all the Oompa Loompas crawl into Charlie. And he just
that's even more twisted than mine.
He just transforms this giant orange beast, right? With orange
Dang.
green hair. And then he's just like, you won't hurt anybody anymore, Willy. And he eats him like chocolate.
Dang.
He just transforms back. He's like,
That's hardcore, dude.
Oomp. Okay. All right.
I just feel like no. No.
If you had to rewrite Spider-Man any way you wanted, how would you rewrite it?
Which one?
Any of them.
Gosh,
You pick.
I would rewrite Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I would make sure that he was able to save Gwen.
Really?
Yeah. What would you do? Or I would take out that one emo dancing scene in Spider-Man 3.
What? No.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay.
I mean, listen, I have all due respect for Bully Maguire. But
that's not even his name. They just gave it.
It's Bully Maguire, and that's all that's all it's ever gonna be. But whenever I'm watching that trilogy, like the first one, I'm like, okay, kind of campy, but I like it. Number 2 is like, oh, Peter's going through some stuff, and Doc Ock is really cool, and I respect it. Then you start with 3, and you're like, okay, things are going pretty well for Peter. Okay. He's kind of sucking up to his pride. That wasn't him, though. Yeah, but it was also just Tobey Maguire going all emo, and then just...
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of iconic at this point, so it's kind of hard to hate on it. But I feel like just whenever I watch that movie, whenever that scene comes on, I'm just like, oh, I just had to turn away a little bit because it's just a little...
So that's the edit. Do you take that out?
I feel like it would.
Your serious edit or your silly edit?
Silly edit? I feel like serious edit, I would just tone down the villains in 3, tone down the villains in Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well, they weren't that crazy. You know, right? They weren't that crazy.
What, in The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
In any of them, they weren't like...
I feel like it was bogged down because you just had too many people that you were trying to catch up with all the time.
That's true. Well, because in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, there was...
Electro, Rhino,
Rhino.
Goblin.
And then 3 for Raimi, it's Sandman, Venom, I guess kind of Green Goblin.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it would have been... I feel like 3, the natural progression should have just been Harry. Yeah, and maybe the black suit. Maybe in some way. Because I like the black suit, but I feel like it should have been just like a tussle between... Peter dealing with the dark side of himself and then Harry dealing with the dark side of himself, and then it coming to a head with them fighting, and it would have been good drama because they're obviously good friends and so on and so forth. But I feel like with the addition of Sandman and then also Venom and then also who else was in that film?
Which one?
The Spider-Man 3. Was that all?
That was it. Wasn't Green Goblin, but that was it. Oh, Green Goblin, Sandman. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so I think if you would have brought it down to just kind of like a black suit Spider-Man, take out the Venom aspect, but just make it like a darker version of Peter Parker, and then amp up just the amount of, kind of Harry as Green Goblin, I feel like that film could have been a bit more focused and it could have told a better, like more cohesive story.
Interesting.
Instead of just kind of trying to tell the story of like 3 villains in one movie and also try and tell, because it's not just the movie of 3 villains, it's like the origin story of 3 entirely different villains who don't know each other, who all hate Peter, and Peter's also going through his own emo phase, and he doesn't know what to do. He's trying to propose to MJ, she's rejecting him. It's like, I feel like it's just a bit much to have in one film. I feel like they should have focused it just a bit more, and I feel like that was the problem with Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well.
Yeah,
the reason I think it worked in No Way Home is because that's kind of the main point, is that there are all these villains, but you don't have to introduce them really, because everyone already knows who they are. It's not an origin story. It's just a Spider-Man movie with the villains. It's not the Spider-Man movie. And now we're finding out who the villain is, and we're finding out why he hates Peter. Like, it's more of just, who everyone is, and they're just kind of thrust into a situation, and now they all have to deal with the situation. Yeah. And it's like how they go about dealing with it. Jamie Foxx's character doesn't want to give up the power. Green Goblin can't let go of his craziness. Doc Ock basically becomes redeemed, and I like that.
Well, he was kind of redeemed in the end of the second
one. He was absolutely redeemed, but like when he comes in at No Way Home, he's obviously kind of still cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes is the ending scene of Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock sacrificing himself.
Oh yeah,
like I love that. Like my favorite line in that movie is like, "I will not die a monster," and then he just like actually sacrifices himself to destroy his work. I was like, that is so cool. It's kind of, it's cool. I like it.
And then they brought him back.
And he was still good in that film. He was still good.
Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
Dude, there should be a ride at in case there's an Avengers campus now. There should just be a ride where it's just the point of view of the Ring from Spider-Man Raimi.
Oh yeah, when it's like flying around.
Ring.
Like... Why do people listen to our podcast?
It's just called ring.
Ring. Yeah.
You're the ring.
No, because you're the ring. It's like ring me or whatever. Like ring me or whatever. I don't know.
It's like ring.
Ring me.
It's just Toby Maguire. He's like, oh my god.
Like Toby's just reaching for you the whole time. He's just trying to grab you and he just can't.
It's like for 3 hours, like you're in the pocket. You're like in a drawers.
There should be a Raimi cut where it's like the ring cut.
The ring.
Where it's just the ring the whole film. Like for half the film you're just on Aunt May's finger. Just like doing the dishes and stuff like that. And like just.
So what would you, if you had to make any ride at Disney or any movie themed ride, what would it be?
Pod racing.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be cool.
If I could do a Star Wars one?
Yeah. Well, the pod racing is there.
I think...
Because I remember in the Phantom Menace, I was just like, that is the coolest.
That is fun. I think that should be a thing if they do. Because they already do have a Star Wars land, but...
Because I remember I went to this one place one time and they actually had like pod race. Like, you know how they have like arcade games, but it's like a motorcycle that you sit on?
Yeah, there's a pod
There
racer
was one where there was a pod racer and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was like a golf place. Yeah. Like one of those like... Mini golf places. Yeah. They had it and I was like, I didn't even care about the golf. I just wanted to pod race.
You just wanted to pod.
This is pod racing. Yeah.
Your dad started to take you just so you could play pod race.
My dad was into it. He was like, "Oh, look, they got a Star Wars thing." I was like, "Oh yeah, they did."
If I can make another one, if I had to pitch an idea, I think point of view of the lightsaber and one.
Why are all yours POV? Like just be the ring, be the lightsaber. That would be so disorienting. Ray.
Well, lightsaber, like one people get in the red car and one people get the green car, and they just hit each other.
And they collide. It's like you're the ring getting incinerated by the lightsaber.
Imagine it was just like people on like a little belt and they just keep hitting each other.
And they all have mini light sticks that they're like trying to hit each other with.
And the ride will be called...
How do you write that down?
Because that's how lightsabers, that's the sound they make when they go against each other. Like,
yeah, but how do you write that like?
People there are just going like,
they can't get off until one of them's like yields. Everyone's just screaming like, yield! Stop, surrender.
Okay, another one. I think you had a good one. Maybe you can do one where it's like
pod racing. I
think pod racing would be a good one. Pod racing or TIE fighters. They already kind of have one, but it's
yeah. But yeah, pod racing would be like my number one. No, like there's like Force Simulator where you can just walk into a room and everything has strings on it and you can just like kind of with your gloves like just kind of lift whatever you want.
Or you can Dude, yours are actually good ideas though.
Thank you.
Yours are actually good ideas. Or
you make people lightsabers and just have them hit each other. Oh, you know what it should be? You know those things that they have at like car dealerships, like the crazy noodle things?
Yeah.
There should be like suits like that you can wear that people fight with. But like there's people all the way up it. Like just stacked on top of each other. Just in there.
So there's like a giant game of chicken.
You know that song? Let the bodies hit the floor. Like that should be playing.
What about if you had to make another one in like Fantasyland or Princess Land?
Princess Land.
What if you can make one? Or Tomorrowland. If you had to make one in Tomorrowland.
I don't know much about Tomorrowland. I don't know that.
Oh, what about Adventureland?
I don't know that.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, Indiana Jones? Yeah.
You're the whip. This is beautiful.
I would do one where like shoot, Indiana Jones is hard because he's always almost dying.
Yeah, well, you could do he goes in a plane. He goes in the mine carts. That would be a good one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And it's like real mine carts. You could actually die.
Yeah, the mine carts. Oh, like the rolling ball towards you.
Yeah, we actually put people in the room. in a real boulder. You're like, okay, it is ready.
You just put a bunch of kids in there.
And they're like, yay!
The parents are watching, just like,
Have fun.
God, that's morbid. I like it. Wow.
Oh man, this is what time is it? 11:35.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, for those of you guys who are ever wonder, because a lot of our podcasts have like topics or ideas that we try and go for. If you're ever just wondering what it's like to hang out with Christian and I
It's rare to do this
on like
Zoom.
a Tuesday night, this is what it is.
Hooray.
I want to see someone like, come to Disneyland where you can play.
You have to fluctuate it.
It like the letters just get smaller on the.
Rank. No, yeah, no, yes. That's a good idea, right?
Look what I ended up typing in my.
That's a good one. Or Cars, if you need a ride for Cars Land, Disney, I got you.
Oh yeah.
Wheel. People spinning. Or gasoline.
People become the cars.
Yes. You have to choose which part you want to be.
And like it's a bunch of people just trying to be different parts of the car. It's too late for this.
Or Back
Dude,
to the Future
everything
ride.
of yours is just people being parts of things.
If Back to the Future ride, like you're the flux capacitor, and all you gotta do is
It's just people running up and down like in the thing. Like hamsters.
Oh, Back to the Future ride? That'd be cool.
Back to the Future
There was one
POV,
that-
your Biscayne.
It's just the ride just got Biscuit. Biscuit. Oh my god, it just hits like it. Oh my god. Last ride idea for you. Go. And
Last
then we'll
one.
end off.
All right. Last bread idea?
Mm-hmm. Ride idea. Hang on, I gotta pull up my Bible.
Could be anything. It's a good movie. The people know about too.
What about Ride for...
Dude, Ratatouille? But you're Linguini's hair? No, you're just Linguini, and like you pay to have rats control you.
Wait, so you're the hair.
No. You just pay Disney to have like some rats like pull your hair and control you for a day. You can be Linguini. You have to sign a waiver, like give away your freedom to do like with whatever you want with your
It's
body
like-
for a day. Give it to a rat. You end up becoming just a professional chef. You can outdo Gordon Ramsay. You can just destroy Guy Fieri. You can just do whatever you want. You can become a legend. Culinary legend.
All the Disney rides, man. We're coming up with all the good ones. Monsters
Yeah,
Inc.
Disney needs to listen to us.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Door.
You're the door.
Dodge the door. Or you're the door.
People just open you and close you. That sounds weird.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
You're the child.
You scare a child. We put random kids in the room, and you just have to scare them.
No. You put kids in a room thinking that they're gonna meet Minnie Mouse or something. Then you turn off the lights. And then you.
All the writers are like, ah. He's like, ah.
Like in the corner of the room, they just hear, "Hi, Georgie." You know.
That's not Disney.
I know.
It's too scary.
Why?
All right, folks. We've had fun here. It's almost midnight. Adrian, I just want to say thank you. This was fun. Oh, you brought your own penny.
Yeah, I did. Well, it's not called penny,
Well,
but
I like this. This is fun.
This was definitely one of the funner
We're gonna
episodes.
Look back on this. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, back to back with like a Campos episode and then a really just kind of freestyle. I mean, really, guys, this is just Christian and I kind of forgot a few times that the camera was going. So this is just genuinely how we talk, and if that's kind of disturbing to you, then I'm sorry, but I mean this is just what a two dudes conversation looks like on a Tuesday night. So.
Toy Story, but just like a grown-up guy named Andy just plays with you.
Oh my God. No, it's like you dress up children like toys, and then adults play with them. That's so weird. I swear, if we have like FBI agents and stuff, they must be so confused. I know.
At Marvel Land.
But if you do go to a Disney park or something, and one of our rides is there,
if you ever see in Star Wars Land,
you know it was us.
Yeah,
it's like the array, but you can just be one of the buns of her hair. Like, she's like 3 of them or whatever.
Biff's cane.
Biff's cane. I like that idea. It's like, what do you want to do at Disneyland today? I want to play Biff's cane.
Biff's cane. You're Jurassic Park.
You can be the goat.
You're the crane that lowers the goat or the cow.
You just sacrifice things to dinosaurs. I guess. I don't know.
Anyway, folks.
I just, instead of scratching my head, I scratched the freaking... That's
it's
great.
It's funny because we don't do drugs. We don't advocate drugs.
Yeah, and we don't do them, but we're still like crazy.
Anyway, we never like to leave off without a Bible verse. And today's Bible verse is Psalm 65:5. By terrible things in righteousness wilt thou answer us, O God of our salvation, who art the confidence of all the ends of the earth, and of them that are afar off upon the sea.
That's a really beautiful verse, actually.
Thank you, man. I think it means when it talks about righteousness, it talks about God's righteousness and ends of the earth. To me, it just kind of paints an image in my head about how lasting God is and how far-fetched, far-fetched as in like how he's everywhere and he's right here at the same time, and how the idea of God and his righteousness and how God is not always just in one place, but his glory, how God's glory and everything he stands for is everywhere at the same time, towards the ends of the earth, and it's here at the same time. It's not always just in one place, which is something that actually in the Bible, when it talks about in earlier chapters, like what chapter was it where they built the mosque or the temple? Like
definitely not a mosque.
Not a mosque, the tent.
Yeah, the tabernacle.
Tabernacle.
Yeah.
And all these places where people had to go to God and go to him to pray. And it kind of gave off that image, but I think this one, because it's kind of towards the end in Psalms, after all that work, kind of just reinforces the idea that God is no longer in one place. But if you go to him, you kind of realize that he is everywhere. You can be anywhere. And that's actually something that's reiterated a few times, how there's nothing that could separate us from God's love.
Yeah.
God is everywhere. And as we've shed ways from Old Testament, we no longer have to go to. I mean, we don't. Not that we don't have to go to God, but just saying God is not solely in one place.
One physical place. You don't have to go to a temple or something like that to be within His presence. His presence, if you're saved, resides within your own spirit. So you don't have to seek Him around the world essentially like that. He's basically with you wherever you go, which is another verse,
Correct.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What episode is that? 68?
68. Episode 68. Next episode, the long-awaited 69, which we will gladly do with Nick Gordon if he's up for it. Yeah. Because he said he wanted to be on episode 69, so we're going to try and make it happen.
I don't know why. What's something special?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like number? But yeah.
No, that's bad.
He was like, I have to be on episode.
I don't know what we're going to do. That's not hinting towards anything. I mean, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Maybe just catch up with Nick.
That's all it is. Hey, Nick, how's it been? All right. He's probably in Huntington by now.
Yeah, he's probably at Jesus Camp. So, Nick, if you're watching this...
From Jesus Camp?
Congratulations, man. And I know you're probably at Huntington, like Adrian said. Just want to let you know that we're proud of you. We're proud of you, man. And know how excited you were to go there. So, let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. We'll reach out to you or I don't know. Did he say that he could have electronics down there?
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like isolated. He has his phone and stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just think of camp and I'm just like, Camp Half-Blood.
Camp. That's like a year? Half a year? 6 months?
Yeah. Half a year? 6 months.
It's tough.
Dang.
Well...
That's tough. All right. Well, I guess thank you guys for watching this episode of the Art of Awesomeness podcast. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. Definitely a much more laid back one, far more different one than what we usually do. But it is the fourth season, second episode of the fourth season. So we are trying to change things up a bit for the better, trying to improve what we can do. This will probably be the last in-person podcast that we do for some time, considering that Christian, as of the time of this episode, is released, and as of the time that the last episode was released, he is in Vegas. He's already getting used to his new college, or not new college, but And so, yeah, probably next few episodes, next good chunk of episodes before he comes back are probably going to be via Zoom or some other kind of virtual means, and so we're still going to try and have guests. We're still going to try and bring on new people, and
I think we started doing a good job with that too. We tried to reach out to people.
We tried to reach out to quite a few people for this episode. It was late at night, so understandably, not many people were interested. But
midnight, want to be on a podcast?
Want to come over and film a podcast in a garage with two dudes? Yeah, that sounds like fine.
It's a good start. Momentum was there.
Good start. Good start to a good season. I feel like obviously there's a lot happening in our lives, and I'm sure for many of you there's plenty of challenges to be had. So hopefully you'll join us for this fourth season of the podcast as we continue onwards. And yeah. That's all. That's all we have for you today. So we'll see you next time. And until then, peace.
Yeah.